Right, so before I get back on the pavement here, the pavement's just like right up here. I get out and just take a look at my tires. And I can look for low air. Why does that one look kind of low? You can also look for screws and stuff in them, nails and things like that. Check your hitch. Make sure it's all locked up here. Take your cable, your power cable. So that's in there good. Then go back and check your trailer tires. I got one truck tire that looks a little low, but that's one of the safety checks I do before I get back on the pavement. I was gonna skip this check, honestly, but this is one of the checks I do pretty regularly. Before I get back on the pavement, I get out and check my rig, and I thought, well, I need to shoot this video so people know what some of my basic safety procedures are being a nomad, and this is one of them. Before I get back on the pavement's just right up here. I get out and do a walk around, check the whole rig, just check the connections, check the lights, and check all the tires. And I got a low tire. It's really low. It's 20 pounds, supposed to be 44. And I checked them last time I left camp. So I think I got something in the tire. I got a problem with this tire. So I'm gonna pump it up right now. I got a portable air compressor, and you just plug it into the cigarette lighter right here. And so you can hear it right now. It's pumping up. It's pretty loud, but it's nice, and it takes a little while to add some air, but 10 minutes to pump it to full. So I'm gonna let it run for a few minutes, and I can check the pressure and get it back up to the pressure it's supposed to be. And then I'm gonna pull into another campsite right here. And I'll probably just stay another night while I figure this tire issue out. I'll take it off, take a look at it, and see what's going on. And take it into town, get it fixed or whatever. The only real reason I need to leave right now is because my black tank is full and I need to dump it. This is a good place to find out you need to do something with your rig. You don't want to be on the road, on the highway, cars going fast, it's super hot. You're going 60 miles an hour with a potentially flat tire. This is the time to figure it out. So I'm really glad I did this check. It's just a good example of that. Let me show you how I'm pumping up the tire right now. I got this $20 AAA charger, and so it's saying I'm at about 30 PSI right now. It's supposed to be at 40, 44. And yeah, it's pretty loud, but it runs right off the cigarette lighter. So I'm gonna pump this up to 44, and then I'm gonna go pull into a camp. And I guess I'm just gonna take the tire off and just have a look at it. I don't see anything wrong with it. I don't see any holes, or I don't see any screws or nails in it, but you never know. It shouldn't be that low. That's way too low. I need to get it back up to pressure and then just pull back into a campsite here. There's one like a half mile down this dirt road, so I should be fine. Okay, I'm still pumping this up. It's taking air, but looking really close, I think I found this little tiny slit. Good dogs. That's the only defect I can find in the tire. This little slit right there. So probably if I get some soapy water, I could probably see some air coming out. And that's my problem. So man, these are things like I don't want to deal with. Because I was excited to get back on the road and get to a new campsite, but I'm gonna spray some water on it, see if some air comes out, and if it does, then I know that's exactly my problem. And I'll pull it into a campsite. Here comes a bus. This bus has been here forever. So they must have just gone into town and dumped their tanks. I got a new campsite. Honestly, I'm not too happy about today, but I should be because I'm still out here and it's nice out right now. It was pretty dusty before. You can see a bunch of dust down there. And I'm back in the populated area, but this is only about a mile from my campsite that I was intending to totally leave today, but I didn't get to because I had a flat tire basically. It was really, really low, but luckily I caught it. And now I found the leak. It's not even really where I thought it was, but this soapy water thing it makes it pretty obvious where it is. So I'm feeling pretty good about that. So I'm gonna patch it myself. I've never patched a tire before, but I think this will go pretty good, especially since I know where it is right there. So I had to take the tire off, and so I got the bottle jack, which is a super necessary piece of equipment when you're a nomad, having the bottle jack. And then I got a jack stand here too, just for safety to keep it up. So that's making me feel really good. My dogs are kind of bored today, but that's all good. And I got these patch kits. I got a bunch of tools. I've never done this before, but I watched a YouTube video. I watched Chris Fix, which is a great YouTube channel for auto repair. He makes it look pretty easy, so I got everything I need. I got a bunch of different tools I can use. This is the Reamer. It's a little rougher. The one in this package has a nice handle, but it doesn't look as rough. It's spiraled instead of rough like this one. So I think I'm gonna use this one as the Reamer, and then I'll use this one to set the plug in because it's got a real solid handle. Who knows what I'll do, but hopefully it'll work. And I got some rubber cement to make it even better. So this is I mean, I've taken the tires off before. That's not a big deal. You know, I can do a little bit of work on the truck. That's not really a big deal. I haven't plugged a hole in the tire before. I'm glad I found it with that soapy water because I thought it was in a different spot. I got the tires at Les Schwab, but there's no Les Schwab in this state, so, and it's Sunday. So maybe tomorrow I'll get down there, or in a few days or something like that. Let me tell you, I watched a Van City Van Life video this morning, and it's called Stay Grounded, and it kind of made me think about, like, no matter how hard things get out here, as long as you can find a little campsite, you got your dogs. Dodger's under there. He likes to be under the trailer a lot. As long as you have a nice little campsite and you got your gear and you got some food and stuff. Now, I don't have any water. That's kind of what I'm stressing out about, because I want to take a shower because it's so dusty here. I got so hot outside working around on the truck and stuff like that already the last couple hours, trying to figure this out. So I really want to take a shower tonight. I don't have any water. Luckily I had a gallon of water in the truck, so I've got drinking water, but I don't have water to clean up with. That's pretty important. So once I get water, then I'm all good. But I just wanted to shout out Van City Van Life again for putting out some good content and you know, helping me remember that we got a lot out here. We got all this. It's nice and peaceful. It's really quiet out here right now. I got my tools. I got all the tools I need. Everything's not so bad. I can fix this. So hopefully I'll get this fixed and be back on the road. Get some water tonight. I might have to break one of my rules, which is no night driving. So I'll probably be driving at sundown, and then I'll get into town, get some water. Then I'll be coming back up here to camp just as it's getting dark, hopefully, if everything goes well. All right, I reamed the hole. Now, this is the first time I've done this, so forgive me for being kind of proud of myself, but it happened really fast. Like, you have to do this really quick. You have to prepare that strip, get that strip in the tool before you go, which is what Chris Fix said. The one thing I didn't do was, Chris Fix said, and I used this Reamer. This one worked pretty good. He said you didn't need the rubber cement, but to use it if you got it. So I had it, but he said to put it on the Reamer, and I didn't do that. For some reason, I just forgot to do it. So I started reaming it, and air started coming out, like pouring out, like just, you know. So I tried to keep the Reamer in there, and then I'm like, oh, put the rubber cement on the hole. And then, of course, it just makes bubbles, and these rubber cement bubbles go shooting up. But luckily, I was wearing my eye protection anyway, right? I was trying to be safe. So no harm there, but so it kind of shot up in the air a little bit. And then I just put it on the plug, which you're also supposed to do. So I put it on the plug as I push the plug in with this, with the plug insertion tool, which this worked really good too. And once you get it in there, then it stops spewing air. It plugs in there with some rubber cement, and then so now I just let it dry for 10 minutes, and then I cut that excess off and then test it for leaks. and then we should be good to go. So I'm pretty excited about that. It happens really quick though. Once you ream it with this thing, then air just starts pouring out because you're making a bigger hole, and it's like, oh, it seems like it's happening fast. You pump it up full, and then you want some air in there, so air's spewing out, and you're reaming it like this, and that worked really pretty good. The hard part for me was getting into the hole and then trying to find the angle of the hole, the direction, and it was pretty much straight in. But for a while I was like, that seems like it's kind of angled, because you want to follow the path of the hole that's in there with the reamer, because you don't want to create a new hole. You just want to follow the hole that's already in there, whatever angle it is, depending on what angle the nail was in. And there was no nail in here or anything that I could detect. It was just a little hole. So the nail must have come out at some point. I did a little bit of off-roading a couple days ago, but I kind of think I just got it here, just leaving the campsite and just driving on this road a little bit. That's kind of what I'm thinking. But I'm pretty excited. I feel like air is going to still come out of there, but I don't see how it could. There's a fat plug in there. You know, you see how thick this plug is here. And then it's, you know, it's twice that thickness because it's folded up in there. It's these long plugs. You know, and by the way, like, don't follow my directions for doing this. Go watch the Chris Fix vid. Go watch Chris Fix's video on how to do this, because he tells you exactly what you need to know. It's really simple. And I'll put a link to that in the description here to show you. That's all I needed to do this. And I feel like I did a really good job. And next time I do it, it's going to be super easy. And I feel like a pro now. Like, I could do it anytime, every time, anywhere, as long as I got these tools. And these tools work pretty good. These were pretty cheap. And there's a few different sets. You know, I got this straight handle set too, but having this T handle that really helped. And this reamer worked really well. And the soapy water, and that was all. I just did everything that Chris Fix said. So don't do what I did. Like, don't use this video as a way to patch your own tire. Watch his video on how to do it, or watch somebody else's video on how to do it. But I'm just here to say that you can do it. And I feel like, man, if this ever happens again, it's like, it's no problem. Super easy, yeah. And I was really glad I had these on. That rubber cement that went flying in the air, I mean, it went shooting out, just blowing bubbles. And I was like, oh crap, just take take this, and it had, luckily I had already started the plug. I inserted the plug in here already, so I didn't have to do that as air and rubber cement was shooting out. That's what Chris Fix said. He said, start the plug first in here, so you're ready to just jam it in there. So it was all ready to go, so I just jammed it in there. But it happens really fast. And so now it's done. All right, so we might be on the road here in a few minutes. I just got to put this tire back on the truck, and then I'm already detached from the trailer. So I'll just pack up a few things and then head into town and load up on water, and I'll fill up 24 gallons of water. I'm gonna leave the trailer here and camp here for tonight, and who knows how long. Maybe I'll be here for another night, maybe not. I need to get into town, who knows.